tell my team, my football team, this very simple anecdote, this very simple lesson. I tell them that everybody wants to do well on game day. When you walk into a stadium, everybody on the team wants to perform well, wants to get the winning touchdown, the winning sack, the winning play. Every basketball player, when they're at the line shooting free throws, wants to hit the winning free throws. Every batter in the batter's box with 2 outs wants to be the one who hits the walk-off double or the walk-off home run. We all want that. We all want to achieve when we're in the moment when achievement's possible. We all want to do a great presentation at the sales pitch. We all want to close the deal. We all want to get an A on the test on test day. But here's the secret, guys. Here's the key. You have to want that thing well in advance, right? So you have to want the opportunity to be a millionaire well in advance. You have to want to take your shirt off at the beach well in advance, right? Hours, days, weeks, months, sometimes years in advance. You have to sow before you reap. You have to plant and groom and water before you harvest. And that is the dilemma we all face, because in order to do that, in order to do the things now that will reap benefits in days, weeks, months, years in advance, I must walk in faith. I must walk in faith. I must act as if I believe that what I'm doing is going to produce what I want. I must act in faith. I must do in faith. I must produce and work and grind in faith. And so oftentimes that means you have to act as if. There's this scene in Star Wars, the third movie of the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi, where the two forces, the good guys, right, the rebel forces, had to divide and conquer. Right, one division of the troops had to attack the Death Star, and that troop was led by Han Solo, Admiral Akbar, and Lando Calrissian. I know my Star Wars, right? But the new battleship, the new Death Star, was protected by this shield, and that shield generator, the thing that controlled the shield, was on a different planet, a planet called Endor. And so a different group of rebel forces led by Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia had to go to this planet and deactivate the shield activator, or the shield, so that the other group could accomplish their mission and get past the shield and blow up the Death Star. But the trick is this, right? Admiral Akbar and Lando Calrissian and Han Solo had to fly into danger, trusting that Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia and that group was going to do their job. So part of walking in faith, guys, is doing the things we have to do, right? I'm driving somewhere now to meet with people about potentially starting a program to speak and teach in correctional facilities. And so things like that will hopefully produce things later on that allow me to share my gift. But I have to do these things and trust that God is going to lay out those things for me in the future. But I have to walk now in faith. I have to fly now in faith and trusting that those things will come to fruition. Because more times than not, and you guys know this, more times than not, as we're walking in faith, we don't even believe we can do it. We don't even understand how we're going to make it. We don't even know the next 5 steps, let alone the next 10. But yet we still take this step. We still walk toward that step. And so I want you guys to take away from this that sometimes you have to just act like you are. My mom used to always say, act like you have some sense, right? I'm telling you to act like you have some sense. Act like you know what God's gonna do for you. Act like you know that what you do will produce what you want. Act like you know the universe is designed a certain way to produce the things that your energy matches, that your work ethic matches, that what you desire and what you prove to the universe you really want will happen. So I want you guys to act in terms of your football dreams. I want you to act in terms of your dreams of losing weight. I want you to act in terms of the dreams you have of being a millionaire. I want you to act in terms of the dreams you have of being a lawyer or a doctor. I want you to act like you have some sense that it will work, some sense that it will happen. I want you to walk by faith, guys, and keep working and keep pushing and act today in this moment like you have some sense.